Okay, so this is now lecture 10. So we're going to start discussing logic gates now. There are various different kinds of logic gates. We're going to be looking at 6 of them, 6 basic ones. The first one that we're going to look at is called the NOT gate. NOT gate is very simple. If the input is 0, then the output is not 0, it is 1. And if the input is 1, then the output is not 1, it is 0. So that's what the NOT gate does. It finds the complement. So if the input is A, then the output is the complement of A, which is called A bar. This is denoted by this symbol. So if input is A, then the output X is A bar. You can write what is called the truth table for this gate. And the truth table for this looks as follows. Input A, output A bar. 0 gives you 1, 1 gives you 0. So this is called the NOT gate. How could we implement this NOT gate in an electrical circuit? How about if we do this? Suppose I construct a circuit that looks like this. So here's a circuit which has a source and a battery over here. And the switch is what I'm calling A, and the battery is the light is my X. So if the switch is open, which means the input is 0, then as you can see, the bulb is part of the circuit, and therefore X lights up. So if A is 0, X is 1. But if I close this switch, now this circuit is complete, and because it has almost 0 resistance compared to the bulb over here, let me just write these numbers down. In all of the current will flow through this loop, and nothing will flow through the bulb, which means that the bulb will go off. So if the switch becomes 1, then the bulb becomes 0. So this is one way of representing the NOT gate through an electrical circuit. Okay, let's go on to the next gate, which is called the AND gate. AND gate has the following truth table. The AND gate has two inputs, input A, input B. So if 0 and 0 is 0, 0 and 1 is 0, 1 and 0 is 0, 1 and 1 is 1. So this output X is denoted as A dot B. The dot is read as AND. And the logical symbol for this is like this. So this is an AND gate. What's a possible circuit that will give this kind of output? How about something that looks like this? So this is switch A, this is switch B, this is your output X. So only when both of these switches are 1 that's when the bulb will light up. If either of them is 0, then the circuit is not closed and the bulb does not light. So this is an AND gate. You are probably starting to see similarities with the true and false kind of logic that you may have studied in the 11th and 12th. The third one is called the OR gate, and the truth table for this is as follows: input A, input B, output X. So here 0 or 0 is 0, 0 or 1 is 1, 1 or 0 is 1, and 1 or 1 is 1. So this is represented as A plus B. Now you might think 1 plus 1 should be 2 or 1 0 or something, and yes, in some sense you're right. But remember that this plus over here is not an actual plus, it is the OR logical operation. So that's what we mean. 1 or 1 is 1. And this is represented in circuits by this following symbol. So A, B, this is the output, which is A or B. And what kind of circuit might give us this truth table? This one might work. So this switch is A, this switch is B, and this is the output. So as you can see, it is sufficient for any one of them, any one of those switches to be closed, and then your circuit will be complete, your bulb will light up. And that is exactly what we expect from the OR gate. Now we have seen the and we have seen the OR. There are two more very similar ones, the NAND and the NOR. So NAND gate. NAND is basically not plus AND. So this is the AND, and then on top of this you put a NOT, and this, there is a collective symbol for this in this fashion. What does the truth table look like? So if we were looking for AND, we would have 0, 0, 0, 1. But we're looking for not AND, so it has to be the opposite of this. So 0 becomes 1, 0 becomes 1, 0 becomes 1, 1 becomes 0. So this is represented as A and B, the whole complement. So that's your NAND gate. And if you're looking for a circuit which satisfies this kind of truth table, here's one for you. Of course, there's nothing unique about these circuits. You can think of any number of circuits which have a similar truth table. These are just what I thought were simple and intuitive. In fact, later we will see how you can actually construct these kind of circuits. You can actually construct real circuits to represent these gates, and that's how gates are actually made in the real world. So here, this is a NAND gate. If both of them are open, that's right. So no, both of these switches A and B need to be closed in order for the bulb to not work. In any other configuration, the bulb is going to work. So 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0, the bulb will light up. But only if A and B both are 1 is when this will not light. So this is the NAND gate. Similarly, we have the NOR gate. NOR is OR plus, well, NOT, or NOT plus OR. So this is the OR, and then you put the NOT after it. Or you can denote it by the special symbol. And the truth table for this one, so this is A or B, the whole complement. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. 0, 0, if it was OR, then 0, 0 would give me 0 and everything else would give me 1. But now it's the opposite. So 0, 0 gives me 1 and everything else gives me 0. This is the NOR gate. And the circuit for this might look something like this. So if either A or B is closed, or if it's 1, then the bulb will not light up. If you want the bulb to light up, both A and B have to be open switches, or both have to be 0. So that's the NOR gate. And finally, the sixth and the last gate that we are looking at is the XOR, or sometimes it's also called XOR like this gate. And this XOR means exclusive OR. So when we saw the OR gate before, the truth table looked like this. Exclusive OR means that we don't want this case. We don't want both of them to be 1. If both of them are 1, then their XOR should be 0. So exclusive, so either one has to be 0 or the other one has to be 0. Both cannot, one of them has to be 1 or the other one has to be 1. Both simultaneously cannot be 1. Then we say XOR. So this is 0 for the XOR gate, and this is written as A direct sum B. A plus B. So this is the symbol for writing the XOR. The circuit symbol for the XOR gate looks like this. And one possible way of drawing a circuit which gives us this output is as follows. So here are two switches. If you want the bulb to light up, then one of the switches has to be up and the other switch has to be down. Or the first switch has to be down, the second switch has to be up. If both are up or if both are down, then this circuit is not going to close, the bulb is not going to light up. So this is one way of representing an XOR gate. there is a simpler way of writing this XOR operation. A XOR B can be written as A and not B plus not A, or not A and B. How should we verify this? Generally, if you want to verify any kind of logical statement like this, one of the ways of doing it is to construct the truth table. So you construct the truth table for A XOR B. Well, we already have it over here. And then you can construct the truth table for A and B complement plus A complement and B. So if you want, we can do that as a quick exercise right now. How much time do I have in this video? 4 minutes. Okay. So if I have A, B, A and not B, not A and B, and then the ORing of these two. So if I call this P and if I call this Q, then P or Q. So A and B 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So A and not B, so that is 0. A and not B is 0. 1 and 1 is 1. 1 and 0 is 0. Similarly, not A and B, 0. 1 and 1 is 1. 0 and 0 is 0. 0 and 1 is 0. So this is my P and Q. And if I OR them, so 0 or 0 is 0. 0 or 1 is 1. 1 or 0 is 1. 0 or 0 is 0. So you can see that the result of XOR is the same as the result of A and B complement or A complement and B. So therefore we say that we have verified this statement.